A drive through the tunnel. Bironico wasn't much on the surface. A handful of old stone houses, narrow streets, and the constant hum of the nearby highway. But there was a secret tucked beneath it, tunnel that sliced through the mountains, connecting Switzerland to Germany. It wasn't a grand, well-known tunnel like the Gotthard Base Tunnel, but a quiet passage that had always intrigued me. It felt ancient, as though it had been carved by travelers centuries ago and left forgotten by time. As I approached the tunnel's entrance, the storm seemed to intensify, the grey sky swallowing the landscape whole. I could barely make out the weathered sign indicating the tunnel, and I had to slow my car to navigate the slippery road leading to it. The tunnel mouth was dark, the stone archway a looming black void. I took a deep breath and entered. Inside, the air shifted cooler, damp, and stale. The sound of my tires on the wet pavement was the only thing breaking the eerie silence. The lights above flickered in their own rhythm, casting pools of yellow on the smooth, worn road beneath me. The deeper I drove, the more I felt the tunnel pulling me away from the outside world. My headlights illuminated the stone walls, their surfaces etched with faint markings from countless travelers who had passed through before me. There was a strange comfort in the solitude of the space, like being suspended between two places, two realities. I glanced at the rearview mirror for a moment. The rain seemed to fade behind me, the last whispers of Switzerland drifting further away. In front of me, only the faintest glow of distant lights from the German side could be seen. It wasn't a long tunnel, but in those few minutes, time seemed to stretch. The air felt thicker, as if the passage itself had a way of distorting the moment, bending it to its own will. It was easy to lose track of where I was, as if the road beneath my tires had dissolved into an endless blackness. And then, the end of the tunnel loomed ahead. A soft beam of daylight piercing through the dark. I pushed the accelerator slightly, eager to leave the tunnel behind, to return to the world outside. The transition between the two countries, between the stillness of the tunnel and the bright, open road ahead, felt almost surreal. The coolness of Switzerland melted into the warmth of Germany, and with it, a sense of finality settled over me. As I emerged into the daylight, the rain was no longer falling. The sky above Germany had cleared, the clouds parting to reveal the deep blue of early afternoon. I could see the rolling hills, the vast fields stretching out before me. I looked back one last time at the tunnel entrance, now a fading shadow behind me. Bironico and Switzerland were behind me. But the feeling of the tunnel remained, a quiet reminder that some roads are not just about distance, but about the passage through time itself.